to the finish. Give up the pace, give up the quickness, give up the pop, pop, pop to the finish. Moving, soothing, nothing to prove. Pushing all your buttons with a button, pushing blue hair, blue blazes, blue faces, blue blood. Blue truth gonna see you black and blue. Give up the pace, give up the quickness, give up the pop, pop, pop to the finish. Give up the pace, give up the quickness, give up the pop, pop, pop to the finish. 30,000 guns solve goblin problems. Problems of the goblins up until they solve them. 30,000 guns solve goblin problems with a pop, 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 kind of chaos. God's gonna rise up with my thunder. A to the L to the E, Xander. God's gonna rise up with my thunder. A to the L to the E, Xander. God's gonna rise up with my thunder. A to the L to the E, Xander. God's gonna rise up with my thunder. A to the L to the E, Xander. God's gonna rise up with my thunder. A to the L to the E, Xander. God's gonna rise up with my thunder. Rise up and raise the iron roof off. Now rise up and riot till the bomb drops. Now rise up, the time is right to sound off. So rise with me, rise with me, rise with me. Rise with me, rise with me, rise with me. Rise with me, rise with me, rise with me, rise with me.
Hello, and welcome. I have been sitting here trying to queue for Final Fantasy XIV for almost the last hour. I was sitting here 40 minutes in the queue, and then I got that error 2002. And it kicked me out and I had to relog in and jump back into the queue. When I started, it was like 2,600. Now it's down to 1,300. But I'm still waiting to play a game that I pay for. That's made by a AAA company. But, you know, it's a small AAA company called Square Enix. You know, they've only made like a couple games here and there. So it's understandable that they would have tiny baby servers. So here I sit. Here I sit, waiting for the game to let me play. In a queue of 1,391 people. Can't get in. And look at this. The game can't even obtain character data at all. That's how borked this game's servers are. Honestly, this is Square Enix. Huge company. And they've got this MMO, Final Fantasy XIV. Pretty big MMO. Very popular, especially since World of Warcraft has been effectively canceled. And they're coming out with their biggest update yet. Big expansion. Endwalker. And they're like, do we need to maybe get bigger servers? Nah. It'll be fine. I mean, even before this update, we were having queues of 50, 60 people on average. Just every day, no matter when you were trying to log in. And now, here we are with the update. I'm actually not sure. I can't remember if the update went live or like full Endwalker, or if it's still in the early access portion. But either way, sitting here and I can't play. Sure is wonderful. Oh, it's down to 1,245 people. So that's an improvement, I suppose. Let me play. So wonderful of you. $1,208. Wonder why it keeps doing that. Just like blipping. Like even when the number doesn't change, it just goes like bloop. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Like, really? You just gonna do me like this, huh? Oh, error 2002. There's the code. Like, I know that error is a, I know that code means that there was too many people trying to log in all at the same time, and so it causes that error to happen. But I was already logged in and trying to, like, I was logged in, connected to the data center, trying to queue up for the server, and you kicked me out because other people were trying to log in. That doesn't make sense. No. There it goes again. I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Connecting to data center. And yep, I am likely never going to be able to play Final Fantasy XIV never again because they apparently refuse to upgrade their servers. I mean, how could you not anticipate thousands of people wanting to play your new update? I'm not even trying to get to Endwalker content right now. Like, I'm still in A Realm Reborn. I want to get to Endwalker content, but I've got so much other content to get through, and I can't even do that because you won't let me in because there's too many people trying to play Endwalker. And you somehow didn't anticipate this. Well, I'm gonna try one more time, and if it still won't let me in, then I'm just gonna play Caves of Kut, you know? Because this is getting quite ridiculous. Oh! Look at that. And now there's only 910 in queue. Could you please just let me stay in and actually play, please? Also, see, you know, all I had to do was threaten to not play it, and then it let me in. At least into the data center. Now into the server, that's another thing. That they can't just let you in so easily. Oh, 835 people. How about that? We're getting there. Slowly but surely. We'll just spend the first half hour of the stream sitting in a line. That's fine. Feel like I maybe should have waited to actually start the stream until I was in game, because this has been pretty ridiculous, you know? Very ridiculous. Not 760. Still 760. Hmm. world is currently full. Players in queue 760. Come on. Come on, game. Let me in. Let me in. Please. No, still 760. Don't know why you keep blipping like that. Also, you still are apparently unable to obtain character data. Which makes no sense. Especially when you've been sitting here for so long, being unable to obtain character data. Oh, 690. Slowly but surely, the queue is getting smaller. Please just let me play. That's all I want. Pretty please. $615. The queue gets even smaller. Soon. 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 540. Huh? We're getting there. Come on. Come on. How long is it gonna take? At the very least, it seems to keep my place in queue, assuming that's what this number actually is. Because the players in queue keeps getting smaller. Although I doubt there's actually any fewer people trying to get in. So I assume I'm just number 541 in queue currently. And I mean, really, especially with an MMO where your character is on the server that you started on. You can't just log into a different server with your same character. It doesn't work like that. So you would think that each of their servers would be big enough to accommodate their player base. And yet here we are, unable to connect to the server that my character is on. I mean, you can pay to move your character to a different server. But also just, I'm not a big fan of that form of game layout, so to speak. Tying your character to a server. Because then, what if you get some friends that, some of your friends into playing the game, and they started their character on a different server? Well, now one of you has to pay to move your character to the other server so that you can play with your friends. And if you already had friends on the server that you're currently on, well, then you either have to have your new friends, or your friends that are newly playing Final Fantasy XIV, you gotta either have them pay to move their character, or you have to pay to move their character, or have them start another new character on the server that you're on. And it's just so convoluted and ridiculous. Whereas an MMO such as RuneScape, it doesn't matter what server you log on to, your character is your character. Now the downside to that, though, for RuneScape, is that you get one character, that's it. If you want to start from scratch, you gotta create a completely new account. You can't just create a new character like you can here in Final Fantasy XIV. It's one character per account, and that's it. Which is also not great, but at least I don't have to worry about the server that my character's on being full. I can just be like, oh, that server's full, I'll go on to a different server. But not so here. And to be fair, it's also not so in Star Wars The Old Republic. However, Star Wars The Old Republic servers have like different instances. And so if one instance is full, then another instance can still be used. Which also helps with not having a bajillion characters all at the same place on the same planet, bogging down the player's computer trying to render all those characters. But I gotta say, SWTOR, I've never had to queue to get into the game. I just log in, start up the game, start up my character, and let the loading screen play, and I'm in. Not so with Final Fantasy XIV, no! You have to sit in a queue of a couple thousand people just to, for an entire hour and a half just to get into the game. It's absolutely ridiculous. Especially coming from a large game company such as Square Enix. A great disappointment this is. But we are now. There are now only 465. Oh, come on! Like, and then this happens. How? I mean, really? And how have you not fixed that issue yet? I mean, really? That seems like it should be a top priority, making sure that the game doesn't error out when there's quote unquote too many people trying to log in at the same time. Which is going to happen when you have a big expansion pack launch and then your servers aren't big enough to actually get people into the game right away. And so it's going to error out, and then everybody who was in the lobby gets kicked out and they try to get back in again, and then it errors out again because there's all those people that just got kicked out trying to get back in. It's just a cascade of failures. And it really sucks. And it's not like I can just switch to a different data center. Nope, there's 3, and that's all I get to choose from. My character's on Ether, so... Hey, there we go. Look at that, there's 326 players in queue now. If only I could play. That'd be wonderful. Do 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 do. $300 or $251. $176 players in queue. This world is currently full. Players in queue 176. Hopefully I'll get in soon. You have to queue for like 2 hours just to play our game. Because we refuse to pay for larger servers, large enough for our player base to actually play the game that they're paying us to play. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da ba 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 da 104 in Q. Ba da ba da ba da ba da do ba da do ba da ba da ba da do 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 ba da do do do. Ba da da ba da ba da ba da do 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 do ba da do do do. Ba da da ba da ba 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 da da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba. Ba da ba 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 da da ba da ba da ba. Wop 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 ba da ba 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 da da ba da ba ba da ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 dum ba da ba 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 ba. People in the queue, yeah, 104 people. Hopefully, I'll get in within the next 10 minutes. 'Cause I've been live for 39 minutes now, just sitting here waiting to play. And I was in the queue for an hour before I even started the stream. Honestly, this is just plain ridiculous. And you know what? I think next week, since there's a new update for SWTOR, they're adding in some more content and making some changes to the class system, so that instead of your Sith sorcerer only getting Sith sorcerer abilities, you could decide to have any Force wielder's set of abilities. So you could be a Sith sorcerer but have Jedi Knight abilities and wield 2 lightsabers instead of just 1. And that sounds like a lot more fun than sitting in a line for an hour or 2. And that comes out on the 14th, and my next Wednesday stream will be on the 15th, because that's next week Wednesday. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do next week, because this is absolutely ridiculous. This is like completely unacceptable. To have to sit in a line for 2 hours just so you can play the game that you paid for. Every time you want to play it, you have to sit in a queue for 2 hours. Absolutely unacceptable. But we're almost in now. Players in queue 29. Very soon, I'll actually be able to play. Oh, look, players in queue 1. How about that? One player in queue. Can you just let me in, please? Like, come on. One player in queue. I have to wonder if that's one player alongside me or if I'm that one player. Who knows? The world may never know. But here I sit. In the vast, empty void of nothingness that is the login screen. Here it's like the nothing never was. Please. Please, game. Please. 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 There's one player in queue. Just let me in. Let me in. If you bing one more time before letting me in, I swear. Listen here, little menu. Okay, I can drag you around wherever I want. You hear me? I'll throttle you. Behave. Let me in. No. That's it, you. Let me in to the server. Stop binging at me. Let me in. One player in queue. Come on. Just let me in. That's all you have to do. Let me in. No! Get on the floor like you deserve. World is full menu. UI thing. Window. No. Seriously. Just let me play. There! Finally! Ah! I'm in. Yeah. So, off stream, I managed to get in once, like early morning, and I decided to start Archer for a little bit. You know, I got to level 6 now. Current mission to kill these micro-chews. Like 8 of them. So I'll just deal with that real quick. And then we can get back to the main story that we're working on. Hey, how about you stay right over there, okay? How about you just slow down there? Just slow your roll, you know? Look at that, level 7! Woo! Alright, where's some more of you? There's one. Bam! Yeah, you just stay right over there, and I'll just shoot you. And then you die. And it's great. And you just get slowed, so you can't reach me. Not that you could really do anything to me anyway, but I just, you know, I don't want you getting close to me. Very good. One more. Bam. What? There. Quest completed. So, instead of going over there though, I am going to switch into my ninja class. And then, oh, I should, finally, I also purchased, Glamour Dispeller, so I'm gonna dispel that glamour. Because I want these daggers. Now, let's go back here to Coerthus and speak with Mon Brida. Oh yeah, they also, Final Fantasy XIV, if you've seen the, like, patch notes and whatnot in their big, live stream that they did, unveiling some of the updates, I no longer have my bleed ability. Instead, I get this assassinate ability, which is just an attack with a potency of 200. And a, cooldown of an entire minute. Ooh. I'm really not sure why they removed the bleed ability from the rogue, who usually has bleed abilities. But whatever. Hello, Mon Brida. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Dravanians are skilled with glamours after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough. I was only asking. Yes, last time, I recall Whiteheart uh, summoned Shiva, like, around herself? Like, she became Shiva? Somehow? Which was certainly different. If you ask me, there's naught to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay a visit to White Brim Front and speak with Alphino. He's probably worried sick about you. That or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you, hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again, soon. Uh-huh. Well, White Brim Front. No, I have not actually joined this fate. You see, it is an illusion that I have joined this fate. For in reality, I have just flown right past it. Now let's speak with Alphino. Whoops. No, I did not want to go in here. I wanted to go in here. Whoop. Hey, Alphino. How's it going? There she is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Well. Then we're too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. And one for which we have Genasia to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Aymeric. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillemont, is the caravan ready? Keep yawning.
The supplies that your men recovered from have been prepared for transport, in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll.
Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Forton caravan? Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. On an unrelated note, Genasia, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray, do not think less of him. Anxiety about me going to face Shiva? That's ridiculous.
To Dragonhead.
Really? Parsifal? Why would you be worried about me? I have gone through countless strife already, and you know this. What were you thinking, Genossia? Wagering your very being on wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? And then engaging the abomination in mortal combat? By the fury, Genossia! 'Tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was, forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. What? Why? Did you act? Why are there so many people that are surprised that I made it back? Like, seriously? Sir Aymeric wished to have words with you and Master Alphino in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. Nodders. Alright. The intercessory. Hello. House Fortome Guard. 410. Greetings, madam. I shall show you in at once. Please do.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Lucky we were here then.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why
Squint.
this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Yeah, I literally beat up
You who
Garuda.
have faced these primals know well the threat
Garuda
they pose.
was literally summoned
Ishgard did not.
not
Not
too long
until
ago.
now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Aymeric, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
I mean, I did. I was not surprised at all. Quest complete! Ba-ba-da-ba. Look at that. 2,340 rogue experience points. Whoop.
One with reason to celebrate, Alphinaud. He looks rather grim.
It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reprisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Galaean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Genossia, it is better that we continue this conversation in Mordona.
Indeed. Off we go. But where did you... Why would you put my view in the ocean? There's nothing there. I clicked on Revenant's Toll. Oh, and also, hello, Moogle. I believe I have a mail.
I have here a new letter has arrived just for you, Kupo.
Thank you for playing Final Fantasy XIV. Enclosed are a Death Scythe, Arian Horn, and Wind-Up Param. Or is that a Wind-Up Palom? Palom. I don't know, but sure, thanks. Neat. I do like the scythe. I will take all of this. Good day. I, of course, cannot equip the Death Scythe, which is only level 1. But I guess it's more for looks than anything else anyway, right? Also, that does not appear to be a scythe, but I assume it will, like, move and become more scythe-like. Also, it looks rather rusty. Well, let's see. I also got a wind up. I will go ahead and use that. Why not? This undeniably divine horn emits a rumbling tone that calls a six-legged steed to your side. Any nearby farriers will be rubbing their hands with glee at the profits they stand to make. I'll go ahead and use that as well. Just an 8 or 6-legged horse. If I were to summon this here. Neat. Has a long tail. It also appears to be made out of metal. Interesting. Ba, 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 ba. But I'll go ahead and de-summon you. And also minion. So now I have a Palom and a Poram. Summon forth your wind-up Palom minion. Try not to break it. Summon forth your wind-up Poram minion. The rosy cheeks and pronounced eyelashes indicate that this is the female half of a matching pair. Let's summon it. Look at that little wind-up doll. Let's set on into the Rising Stones. Oh, we must speak with Minfilia at once. Wow, wow. To the solar.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis,
Is there
assuming
any
you're ready to
doubt
speak of it.
that I would not, or that I would come back? I mean, come on.
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
Yes, to hear my account, definitely, because I talk like a normal person. I certainly don't speak with nodding exclusively.
Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Nodders.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Nodders.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
Nodders.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
Rug.
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Do you want me to go fight them again?
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think.
Yeah, that's what Hydaelyn keeps telling me.
Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If
Probably.
Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Nodders.
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Well, eyes unclouded complete. Woohoo! I mean to scour the annals of knowledge of Midgard-Zoma. Given his great age, I dare say it appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss?
to the Sola.
Ah! My cat will go hind legs and beg with paws if I hold a treat up. That's adorable. But hello? Genosia, 'tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Royale has escaped. It happened shortly after the immortal flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodations was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royale quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in hand. She makes for Castrum Meridianum, I am certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilberd and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray, make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. Off to northern Thanalan. Hello, Ilberd.
My thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Royale walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through.
You did not mishear. We have Raban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her, and so here we are. Royale must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridianum. Indeed. I was wondering why no guards stopped her on her way out. Also, I'll just teleport to Ceruleum processing plant. Because why walk there? In fact, I'll even fly right here. Hello. Level sync. I am level 52. I'll be fine.
This wretch was with Royale. He threw himself at us.
Oh, dang.
She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own. The Harpy. With me, Scion. We almost have her.
Hey there. Hit me.
Krypton. Krypton.
Oh, y'all are so dead.
Centurion. That was actually pretty cool. I do like the look of Assassinate. Also, this game really loud all of a sudden. What are these? Come on now. Get this stuff out of here. Baton. Oh, a Colossus. Hey, you. Stop it. A Killifer. In fact, I'm gonna assassinate you. Baton. Now, Colossus, you're in for it now. Whoops. Right. Get back here. How are you not dead yet? Also, why are there so many of you? Seriously! Kata. Also assassinate. And now it's dead. Okay. I'll take it. What? Oh. Duty complete. Well, there you go. Easy peasy.
Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir.
Good work, man.
She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better.
Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fall so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it your God's-given right to rule over others. You know naught of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive. Stealing, killing, even myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the Flames.
To hear you tell it, one would think you the only person ever to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Raban himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion.
Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? 'Tis true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth, and 'tis true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Ul'dah to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gut.
Snakes are pretty neat. Have you guys ever seen a hognose snake? They have the most boopable snoots.
Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Raban chose his.
Indeed.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business.
You.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Raban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Ew.
Alphino would ask another favor of me. Oh boy. I just love doing infinite favors for you. Forever. And never playing Heavensward. Yep. I love A Realm Reborn. I want to stay here forever.
Captain Ilberd and I have few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raban, and that shall be the end of it.
I have not joined this fate. It appeared around me.
Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I am aware that the antecedent held Royal in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends.
Microwave that won't trip the power strip is on the same as my PC. To the Rising Stones. Let us cling together. Bow, 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 no.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alphino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say.
Excuse me, what did you... Flame Marshal... Did you say Huayu? That's not at all what's written there! What? I see Royal, and you say Huayu? What? There's no U sound in there. There's no U sound in there. Where? What? First Alphino, then I can't even remember his name. The elf guy. But
Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time
believe
to
what you
dwell on
want,
such matters.
Amphilia, including how to pronounce her name.
I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with White Auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls.
Uh-huh.
Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength.
Urianger, that's the guy.
Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
First Alphino, who I thought, based on the spelling, Alphanod. Made sense. But apparently it's Alphino. Or Alfino. And then I thought, Urianger. No, Urianger. Because apparently everything's French. Everything in this game is French.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
And that's another thing. The ether? The way they're spelling ether, that's I'm sorry, that's aether. That is aether. You got the A followed by an E that makes an A sound. The E makes the A make an A sound. Rather than like with Ascian, it's an A sound. You go AE, that's A. Aether. Not E. That's not how A's work. You can't just ignore the A and just say ether. You either do ETHER or you do EITHER. Not AETHER for ether. It doesn't make sense. That's aether.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Hydaelyn bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void.
That's also true.
The fact remains, however, that Hydaelyn placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Hydaelyn did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
'Twould seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auracite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands.
Oh.
Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
You fool.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence.
Yep.
'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
You know, this whole section of the game started off with, well, I guess I'll have to wait. Cutscenes playing.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There you go again. Huayu. No! No! Roaille. That's not how you spell
Huayu. This... What? What? Those are not the sounds that those letters make. What language is this? Huayu? What? What?
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald.
Repeating it doesn't make it any more normal.
But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Media Project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the Primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Voris Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea.
Okay, look. I'm gonna look this up. How to pronounce
Huayu.
What? What? Where does this word come from? Tell me, please. There's no, I'm gonna look. Apparently that's how you spell what? Wait, I've read it. Many Eorzea names have official pronunciation that differs somewhat from the ways players tend to pronounce them. I think the most common examples are Querthus and
Rogadin. It's the same sound for both in the official correct pronunciation, i.e. the OE / O with a, I think that's called an umlaut sound, we no longer have in English, but the common pronunciations differ for each. We usually say Coerthas for Coerthas, and Rogadin for Rogadin. How do you say Belladia? Do you pronounce the H, Dia, or Dia? And this isn't helping, okay? Alright. Rail or Wayu origin. One of the more prominent aspects of the Rococo style of architecture and decoration that... What? No. That's... no. So it seems that... So far, the only instance of Wayu seems to be Final Fantasy XIV, which means they made up this name and decided how it should be pronounced. So I don't even trust that pronunciation study, because I'm pretty sure that was just put in there by somebody who played Final Fantasy XIV and heard how it was pronounced in Final Fantasy XIV, because this makes no sense. Yeah, it's just Eileen Wayu. Eileen Wayu. Character / Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV Wikipedia. Yeah, it's literally just Final Fantasy XIV. Why, Square Enix? Why? Why have you done this? You have no one but yourselves to blame for this.
In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Seven hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Huh, triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or Monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Wayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
And with that, I take my leave. Goodbye.
Doubting one's friends is poison for the soul. Goodbye.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them?
Not only do they have the gall to make that be pronounced Wayu, but they also decided to put it like 10 times in one cutscene.
Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished!
There's nobody here.
Today I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
They can't hear you because there's nobody else here. Raban! I know you can hear me, monitorous scum who is not even in this room at all. Probably not even in this building.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The Monitorists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the Monitorists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the Monitorists with a rod to beat Raban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Uldar to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue.
It shall inevitably ensue.
As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Roban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Uldar.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Uldar will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people.
Good.
Roban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Meanwhile, the two dictators, question mark, are like, are you sure about this? Dreams of Ice. Achievement unlocked. Why are you... what? Quest is not yet available. Dungeon requirement, the Bowl of Embers, the Navel, and the Howling Eye. What? Bowl of Embers, the Navel, and the Howling Eye, all hard. What? No. Duty Finder. Bowl of Embers, is it not? Yeah, there's the Bowl of Embers. Bowl of Embers Heart is not in here, nor is the Navel or the Howling Eye Heart. Huh. Well. Looks like... this... what? Oh, okay, Journal. Yeah, I guess pull this back up because that's what I've got to do. Apparently. What's this? To confront the ultimate weapon, yeah. This one attuned to the Aetheryte at Zaharak. Guess let's go do that then. You know, I joked about having to go and kill those 3 primals again, but apparently that's exactly what I gotta do. What? No. I'm not about to get involved in this fate business. No thanks. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. No, Fate not joined, in fact. Fate passed through, sure. No, no thank you. Very close now. There we are. Zaharak Aetheryte. You know, I passed by this like so long ago. You know, this quest. I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling like doing this. I'm just gonna stick to the main story quest. But apparently, this is required for some reason. In for Garuda Awakening. Oh boy. Also, what? Did it not? Hello? I said, oh, I accidentally clicked clear select. I wanted to join. Oh boy, an average wait time of 9 minutes. I love it. Get to just sit here and complain about why Square Enix decided Huayu was how you're going to spell or pronounce the name that is spelled R-O-A-I-L-L-E. Because I just what? When I Google searched R-O-A-I-L-L-E, I came up with only Final Fantasy XIV links. That's it, like wikis and articles and stuff about Final Fantasy XIV, mostly about specifically Eileen Huayu, which suggests that Square Enix, in fact, created this name themselves, because it doesn't seem to have existed before. And so they had full control over how it was spelled, how it was pronounced, and this was their choice. This was their decision on how to pronounce that word. And who thought that was a good idea? Like, nobody's going to look at that name and think, ah, yeah, that's how you pronounce this name. Sure, Huayu. What? No! You spelled it Royale. Royale. You have L's in there. You have an R at the front, not a Hua. I don't get it. Also, I'm just gonna hang on to that for a different class because I like my current air knives. Which... where is the item level? Is this one item level 430? This one 110? 110? 110, and then, oh, 90, there it is. I'm dumb. 90, so I would get an item level 110 blade, but would it look as good as my air knives? And also, do I want daggers as a level 110 weapon? Or do I want a bow as a level 110 weapon? Or do I want, perhaps, a gun? You know? I mean, I can't get access to a gun yet, not till Heavensward, but... which I would really like to play Heavensward, I really would, but they won't let me. Not only did they go, we're gonna make ARR take forever, but also once you get to this point in the story, oh, you've got to go do these hard raids, by the way. Those things that you could have done towards the beginning of this section of the game, well, you have to go do them now. This is just ridiculous. I specifically didn't do them because I wanted to continue the main quest. And they seemed to be optional, but apparently, nope, not optional. Not at all. No, of course not. Why would a hard version of a raid be optional? You know, most games, hard mode, optional. If you want to just go through it on normal, because that's what you're comfortable with, go ahead. Not Final Fantasy XIV, no. Hard mode is required. Why? Who knows? I don't. Not like Minfilia had said, hey, you should go beat up those primals again. Nah, I went through a cutscene, and then the game was just like, oh, you want to start the next quest in the story? Ha! Nah. Go fight some primals first. In hard mode, specifically. I know you already killed them before, but you gotta go kill them again. This time in hard mode. Why? Because, reasons? We're not gonna explain to you in the story quest. No, we're just gonna have a little message that pops up says, nope, you can't do this yet. Final Fantasy XIV, I really want to like you, but you make it so hard. I mean, I do enjoy playing the game, but also there's all these small things that are really annoying. Like making dungeons required for the main story. The main story that is very very single player-y. Like the whole thing is all like, hey, you're the hero. You're great. You're awesome. You're the hero, the one hero, the only hero in this tale. It's you. You're the savior. You're here to defeat all the villains, and you're gonna do it. And then all the way along the way, they're like, oh, go do this dungeon, and also you have to do it with like at least 4 other people. If not, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, with 7 other people, or with 15 other people, you know, as the dungeon varies. But you know, this is required that you have other people help you in these quest parts, specifically these spots. The rest of the game, all single player, but these spots you have to have people help you if you want to continue. And so you have to sit here for like 10 minutes waiting for other people to also want to do this specific dungeon right now. You know? And then, right after you beat that dungeon, hey, congratulations! You did it! You saved everyone! It was all you! You alone! Never mind the what other people? Huh? What? There's no other warriors of light. You're the warrior of light. That's it. That's all we got. There were definitely no other people there. I don't know what you're talking about. It just feels so weird, you know? Are you serious? Come on, man. You were sitting there, I'm sure, for 10 minutes like me and these other people, and then when you finally get a group, you're all like, decline. I don't want to.
Put your faith in the light. The bowl of embers. Hard. Ifrit has risen again.
Hello. I have no clue what I should be doing, but I'm just gonna do some stuff and hope it's good. Futon, and also another Raiton, and also a throwing dagger, and a stabby stab. Well, this seems to be going well. Ow. Rude. So very rude.
Infernal nail.
There are these. Uh-oh. What do we do? Okay. Okay. No, I'm fine. We're good. I even got off my assassinate. Ow. Okay. Now I get it. Doing pretty good. He's nearly dead. Good time going. Raiton. Ow. Ow. I am dying. I am dying. We did it. We did it. That was really close. I was very nearly dead. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know, you, sure. Also loot. Ifrit's Star Globe. Sounds neat, but I guess I have to greed. And then also need, sure. Ba, ba, ba. I got the weapon coffer. Nice. Now, in for Garuda's Awakening. I go, wait. Is there? Well then. First of all, this is just Inferno Weapon Coffer. Level 50. Level 60. Oh, that's an item level 60 weapon. Vesper Bait. I've got more tickets left over, so I'll use that. Garuda Awakening. Where is Garuda Awakening? Probably in here. In the old base. Right? Awakened Sands. In for Garuda Awakening. Is it you, Papa Limo? Yep. I'll go ahead and accept that.
Ah, Junasia! I hear you have triumphed over Ifrit. Of course, this is no less than a feat than I would expect of a warrior of light. But well done all the same. Now, I full had a mind to crack open a bottle of 1547 Bacchus, but the celebration must keep. Garuda, I am afraid to say, has also returned. As you well know, Garuda's appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Not to dishearten you, but in her latest incarnation, that appetite has become nigh insatiable. In the short time since her return, she has already wreaked tremendous havoc. You must send her back to the ether before she can do any more damage. In the meantime, Ida and I will assist the Order of the Twin Adder in their recovery effort. When you previously faced Garuda, 'twas the Enterprise that bore you through the storm that shielded her domain. Well, that storm is as a spring breeze beside what she has raised this time. No airship could possibly hope to penetrate it. And so we must count ourselves fortunate that the Order of the Twin Adder chanced to discover a beastman aetheryte leading to the Howling Eye. Before you do aught else, I suggest you pay a visit to the Adder's Nest and have words with Commander Huoloa. He will be able to tell you about the said aetheryte, among other things. Make no mistake, the Lady of the Vortex will prove a formidable opponent, but I believe that you can weather the storm. May the 12 keep you safe.
Indeed. The king lives, whirl of a time, drop dead Shiva.
A chill wind blows in Eorzea, and Urianger's eyes bespeak knowledge of the reason why.
Though,
when Urianger appears pensive, you can be sure another primal problem looms on the horizon.
Not right now.
Urianger wishes to speak with you about the royal return of good King Mogomog the 12th.
Not right now. Thank you. To the
Adder's Nest in New Gridania.
Let's see if we can go through one more of these darn dungeons before we have to end the stream. Hello, bonsoir, Loa.
Ah, Genasi of the Scions, we are grateful for your aid. As you will already know, the accursed Ixal have summoned Garuda once more. Since her return, she has wasted no time unleashing her fury upon the region. Extensive damage has been reported in both the Twellswood and Querthus.
Which apparently is probably not spelled or pronounced Querthus.
Who even knows how anything is pronounced anymore? When Roel is pronounced... What was it? Huayu? Huayu?
She must be stopped, and soon, lest more lives be lost. In the name of the Elder Seedseer, I humbly request you put an end to her reign of terror. As in the past, Garuda keeps her court with the Howling Eye, which is perpetually protected by a raging tempest. Fortunately, we have learned of an alternate way into her domain. The Ixal have constructed an Aetheryte within Natal, their stronghold in the Central Highlands of... however you pronounce that. This Aetheryte will take you to Garuda's tempestuous realm. We owe this discovery to the Ishgardians, who the Elder Seedseer says desired to repay the kindness you showed them. For the sake of our people as well as theirs, may your mission be met with success. Indeed. The Aetheryte at Natalin.
So basically, the Ishgardians are all like, "Hey, yo, there's a large storm over here that's not supposed to be here. Is it a primal? Yeah, it's a primal. Could you come and take care of that for us, please? We don't feel like even trying to deal with it ourselves. And hey, you know, I mean, helping us will help you, you know, because the primal won't be there to attack you after they're done attacking us. Yeah. See, it's a win-win for all involved. You risk your life and you save everyone, including yourselves. You know? Too far? What do you mean too far away? How close do I gotta be? Gotta be right out next to it? Right on top of it? Come on. No more Bowl of Embers. Only the Howling Eye. Join. Howling Eye hard. You look pretty cool.
Unbeliever. Incursus Chaos Bane. And Willamoon White Raven. With your magic book. Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum bum.
Average wait time of 8 minutes, huh? queue yet for this dungeon. Looks like they're about to enter the queue. Or he's about to run away. No, wait, what are you... I hope you're in the queue. I'd rather not be in this queue waiting for 8 or 7 people all by myself. Rather be in the queue with 2 other people waiting for 5 people. Either way, it's only been 2 minutes, and the average wait time is 8 minutes, so... Oh, actually, neither of them have this little symbol next to their name, so I'm not sure they have joined. Are you two doing? I assume you're both in the same free company called Flame? Question mark? What are you looking at me for? Hi. How's it going? He got a little knight there on his little horse. Got a little doll that cries, apparently. Bruta will have to do in a Titan spot, I guess. I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think probably, yeah, in a Titan spot is almost certainly next. Bum 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 ba-da. Bum ba-da. Yeah, because it would have to be the naval, which is Titan, so yeah. It'd be the naval hard, which is part of in a Titan spot. Five minutes it's been.
Here we sit, just waiting for 7 people. Hey you, what if I did this? What? Come on, there you go. Wow. Almost one hit. How about that? Dun 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 dun. Wow. So easy. How much would an assassinate do to you, though? That's it? That's all it does? Really? You sure? Huh. Oh, it's been almost 8 minutes. Oh, there is one other person. In my party, I guess. Ah, yes, commence. I would love to. Please. Come on, just need 2 more people to say yes. Please don't decline. Dun 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 dun.
Put your faith in the light.
Only I. Hard.
Hello, Garuda. How you been? Okay. I guess you haven't been having, or have you been having a good time? You're sending very mixed messages here, Garuda. You screech and then you laugh. Well, now you seem pretty happy. What? Enjoy this story. Ooh. Just go ahead and faint you. Also assassinate you. Also Putan. Also what? Hey you. How about a Righton? What are those? Hold up. Razor plumes. I don't like those. Get those out of here. Alright, so far so good. Oh, come on. You just had to do that, huh? I was about to write him, and then you were all like, ha, lol, teleport. There you go again. And summoning razor plumes. Ooh. Whoops. Right. And also I think, yeah, Suitum trick attack. How about them apples?
Yeah, I'll just stay out of that tornado. Whoa. No, thank you. I'm just gonna throw this dagger and maybe call. Maybe call lightning on you. Whoop. Right. Assassinate. And let's mug you. And also another item. And also... What? Well, you're dead. And also you're dead. Again.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old lady?
I guess I will commend you, because you're the only one that I can. Agreed and need, sure. Too far away.
Leave duty.
I assume that I got nothing? Yeah, Adamant Toys obtains a Vortex weapon coffer. And what about the... and they also obtained the Garuda's case. Okay. Ever since then, just not. Good luck with that, and remember to enjoy it. It's not a race after all. Sure. I gotta say though, A Realm Reborn main story quest feels pretty race-like. What is this one? Oh yeah, that's my, Yep, okay. Alright, in a Titan spot, which is, yeah. Right on back. Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll have enough time for this third dungeon. All in this one stream. And by dungeon, I mean, like, literally just boss fight with Titan. Well, boss fight with Primals. And this next one is Titan. Hey, Y'shtola. Or Y'shtola? Y'shtola? I can't remember. So both Ifrit and Garuda are now vanquished by your hands. Truly you have earned yourself a rest. Would that you had the luxury of time to enjoy it. It pains me to say that Titan is also returned, and with a vengeance. As was the case with his primal brethren, he has grown stronger than he was before. When I went about my investigation, all indications suggested that the kobolds were nowhere near ready to resume their summoning rites. But it turns out they were deceiving us. I should have known better. The kobolds' subterranean domains run deep, and they can easily hoard crystals, with our being none the wiser. And a vast hoard it must have been. Till now, Garuda was the most powerful among the three recently active primals, but according to our latest readings, Titan has usurped that honor. A primal's might is determined by two factors: the amount of crystals it has gorged upon, and the fervor of its believers. I would like nothing more than to measure precisely how strong the Lord of Crags has become, but I fear the time for such prudence has run out. We have already received an official request for assistance from the Maelstrom, and as you might expect, it is addressed to you. For your previous encounter with Titan,
You traveled to his demise by way of the Aetheryte first discovered by the Company of Heroes. Sad to say, this Aetheryte no longer seems to respond. But do not despair, for the Maelstrom has reportedly found another in its place. You will want to speak with Commander Riki at Maelstrom Command for the details. I cannot stress this enough, but Titan has grown fearsome strong. See to it you spare no preparation.
Sure. Yeah, totally. Spare no preparation. Never mind the fact that the previous two primals I just went right in. I didn't have to prepare at all. You know? Just say. To the aft castle. Look at you with your scythe already. Death experiment, Mog. Chainsaw scythe at that. Man. And then there's lowly little me. Still haven't even gotten into Heavensward. Even he's got a scythe. And she's got a scythe. And everybody's got scythes.
Ah, Private Vasan, your presence is most welcome. I'm chagrined that we must turn to you again to lay Titan low. No doubt this is yesterday's news to you, but the Lord of Crags has returned more ferocious and formidable than when he was before. We cannot fathom how the kobolds were able to obtain such vast stores of crystals, and in so short a time. We must learn the answers in the coming moons, I suspect. But first things first. We need you to vanquish Titan before he and the kobolds have a chance to wreak havoc on Limsa Lominsa. You have felled the primal before, and we believe that you can emerge victorious once more. We've learned of a new Aetheryte, that will take you to the navel. It's situated deep within Ukamaru Mines. Not the most convenient of locations, admittedly, so you will have to cut yourself a path. Please make all haste. Titan's mere presence emboldens the kobolds, and 'tis only a matter of time before they move in force against us. May the Navigator guide you on your way, Private.
See ya. I'm off to Camp Overlook. Got 15 minutes. Let's do this. If it's anything like the previous two, it'll probably take about 8 minutes to get in, but it shouldn't take too long to actually fight Titan. Your mount can fly no higher. No problem, I shall just fly into these mines. Stay close to the ceiling. As close as I can. That is. Hello? This is a path. It says, oh no, there's a break in the path. Come on. Just let me at him. Come on. Oh no, it's over this way. There we go. Now, are you two gonna give up? Are you gonna give up? If not, I'm gonna have to call down lightning on your head. Oh, you did give up. At the last second. As the lightning was on its way. So he was just like, he's like, I'm gonna get you. I swear I'll kill you. And then lightning clouds form above his head. A bolt of lightning comes crashing down. He's all like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. I think I changed my mind, you know? Now this guy, however, he was all like, I don't care. I'll kill you. That guy, he was a wuss. Scaredy cat. And then, well, look who's dead.
Seeker of hidden truths, Fiona Derendel.
Well, Fiona, don't know if you're gonna join me, but no, why is it in caps lock? There we go. I'll say caps lock instead of tab during that Garuda fight, I guess. Well, here we are again, waiting for a party to help me go and kill a primal. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, how we laughed and laughed, except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You want to kill a primal? That's what I'm counting on. I also want them dead, so now let's go and kill them together. Let's go kill them together. Let's go kill them together. Wind up Garahatia. Garahatia. Apparently there's a lot of wind up dolls. And also it says wind up. And yet, I do not see a wind-up key on this wind-up doll. I gotta wonder where that wind-up key is, you know? I'm not so sure that this even is a wind-up doll if it doesn't have a wind-up key. Shame on you, Square Enix. Shame on you. And I gotta say, the musical accompaniment for this dungeon is not as good as the last one. You know, last one was much better, much more triumphant sounding, more full of energy. This one is just all like bow 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 bow. It didn't get you all pumped up like the other one does. I swear, did I just hit level 90 and my main story quest is only level 86 and I have done no dungeon grinding? Yeah. Apparently this person misses EverQuest days when leveling felt like an accomplishment, they say. Personally, I like the fact that I only have to do the main story quests. Saves me a lot of time, you know? Level a second job to level 90 and tell me it's not an accomplishment. Yeah. Sure, you can level one job to 90 fairly easily, but leveling 2? That's a different story. Also, Unless you're willing to just cruise along on half a level a day from Prey. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I mean, oh yeah. Also, this main story quest, I mean, ARR, it's taking forever, and I'm in this part of the main story quest where you get to level 50, and then they're like, okay, and that's the level that's about the level you shall stay for forever. We've decided, according to A Realm Reborn. And what's that? Expansions? Yeah, we'll get to those, you know. Eventually, maybe. One day, perhaps. I guess. I'm gonna summon my buffalo calf. I prefer my buffalo calf rather than the wide-eyed wind-up doll that does not have a wind-up key. What I really miss is the fear of walking through a zone and trying not to die. It was such a great feeling that today's MMO gamers will never know. Corpse run and needing a necro to summon you? Uh-huh. Well, you know, most games are designed with a kind of a straight path through where you, alright, you start with around level 2 and 3 enemies, and then you move on to level 5 and 8 enemies, and then level like 10 to 13 enemies, and then like 15 to 20 enemies, and you keep on going. But I mean, even in Final Fantasy XIV here, if you try to go exploring, you could pass through areas that are high level and will kill you if you are not super careful and stealthy. And Xenoblade puts a level 80 to 90 super boss right outside the first town in every game. Well, okay then. Tell me, do you play Dark Souls? Okay, so here I have been sitting for almost 9 minutes now, with the average wait time of 7 minutes, and still waiting for a party. Also, you look cool. Look at this person. That looks cool. That looks real sick. Liana Madran. Meanwhile, Fiona Darendel over here just chilling. I guess. Must be nice. Pantheon? What's Pantheon? Pantheon needs to show tangible evidence, in my opinion, that there's actually a game being developed. I just turn off enemy aggression just to walk around without being wiped because of that guy. Talking about the bird in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. At least there are 3 other people that are in this room. So hopefully there's gonna be a party forming soon, because I've got like no time before end of stream, you know. I would kind of like to, I'd really like to do this boss fight like now. Also, wait, you're in a cutscene? What? How are you in a cutscene? What? How? How? Sir Locke Remora, how are you in a cutscene here? What? You just walked in. Get the feeling you're not gonna help with this. Also, the average wait time went up to 9 minutes, but also it's still been over 11 minutes since I started looking to form a party here. And I would really like for a party to be formed. Hello, Redmond Pandalorian. Pandalorian. Okay. You ran in and turned right just like Locke Remora. It's very odd. Hello, Kohen Tipa. Ah, you seem to be about to join the search for a party here. That's helpful. Wait, he's just what he what did he really just show up, queue, and then immediately get into a party? I mean, I think he was a tank, so I guess, but also I've been here for 12.5 minutes! And you need 4 DPS for a party. There's apparently 2 in my party now. Me and one other person. But come on. Here's Zodokai. Accidentally push space / that. Yes, finally! Like 13 minutes.
Put your faith in the light.
Bam. Bam.
Here he is, Lord Titan.
Bow. Here we go. Huta. Also,
Brighton.
Also, oh, wait. Okay, no, don't. Well, I'm still alive, so that's good. Okay, ow, that hurt. I am a fool. I apologize. Okay, we stay towards the edge, I guess, but not on the edge. That seems very odd. Tenki right. Oh, get out of there. Very good, very good. Right. Whittling him down, also. Bomb boulder. Okay, well, it blew up. Ugh. What? Come on. Target him. Also assassinate. And also Raiten. And Hutan. What? Why did I lose target? What? Why can't... Come on. Key Raiten. Also faint you. Ooh. Ow. I don't think I can destroy these bomb bullets, can I? Why do you keep... What? Come on, target him. Assassinate, no, leave. What? But I teleported! No! I will accept. Thank you. Oh. I help. I remember what it was like to get trapped into one of those. Also second win. Yes! $75, Halligan. Yes, thank you for group. Thank you so much. Also, I guess you. Thank you. Loot. Read and, I guess need. Yeah, I got a weapon cover. Time to leave. Whew. And there we go. Now I guess good intentions. I can actually start that next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Because we are actually like 5 minutes over. But we did it. We did all 3 of those. But I will likely not be streaming Final Fantasy XIV again until after New Year's, because it takes 2 hours to get into the game. That's ridiculous. I don't have that kind of time. Okay? I get off work, I come over. I get off work. I got off work today. Came home. Started up Final Fantasy XIV, got into the queue, ate dinner, and then sat here and waited, and then started my stream, and then continued to wait just so I could get into the game. It's just ridiculous. And I think instead I'm just gonna play SWTOR next week for Wednesday's stream, because they've got a new update coming out and they don't take 2 hours to get into the game. So yeah, that'll be it for today. I'll be back with more Caves of Qud on Monday. That game has been quite interesting. My first character died very quickly, very quickly. He got over to the first dungeon, stepped inside, found a boss monster, immediately left the dungeon. The boss monster followed him out, tried to fight it, and died. But the second guy, he's doing pretty good. He's got 2 guns. He killed like 20 baboons, bunch of snapjaws, some seed spitters. You know, I think he's a winner. He's like level 4 or 5 already, so yeah, more of that on Monday. But I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.
finish. Give up the pace, give up the quickness, give up the pop, pop, pop to the finish. Moving, soothing, nothing to prove. Pushing on your buttons with a button, pushing blue hair, blue blazes, blue faces, blue blood. Blue truth's gonna see you black and blue. Give up the pace, give up the quickness, give up the pop, pop, pop to the finish. Give up the pace, give up the quickness, give up the pop, pop, pop to the finish. 30,000 guns solve goblin problems. Problems of the goblins right until they solve them. 30,000 guns solve goblin problems. With a pop, 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 can Rise up and riot till the bomb drops. Now rise up, the time is right to sound off. So rise with me, rise with me, rise